big enough for you to shut up every time I tell you.
Ooh, no.
What do you say?
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I'm actively trying to have an orgy and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face part always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
Yo.
You know that Nav's dick.
Yo, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Is this woman married?
A married chick going out on public talking about, popping her pussy with,
Bunch
all
of
these
frat
other
guys.
in college. And I think from what little research I've done, she told this dude she was a virgin. So like
No
that's
way.
where the disconnect is, if that makes for me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, some dudes, bro, like that fucking Logan Paul dude, he cuffed that chick that is known to be out there. She's like an OF model. So he just knew
But
about the fact that she's,
yeah.
so it's kind of like, but that's what is
But she's
fucked
not
up.
talking about it though, right? I mean, there's going to be I think there's like levels to it, right? I mean, there's levels to where it's like that, or then this girl that's like, she's married to this dude. I don't know how long, but she's speaking
Yeah.
like this. What do you think that? I mean, to me, that's very, as like a person who's married. If any
It's
woman that you're married, your wife is speaking like this, bro, this is completely, utterly destroying you.
haram.
The most
That's the
disrespectful thing
hard
you
word.
can do.
No,
Go ahead.
100%, dude. It's like I said, like I think what makes it worse is like I don't know, like selling purity, or at least from what I know, like she told Akash, "Oh yeah, like I'm a virgin or whatever," and then publicly talking about all these different things that make you definitely seem promiscuous. Like I would like to believe that maybe she's just talking like that to get views and stuff, but the more like I watch, I'm like, she probably was out there in them streets, you know what I mean? And I think that's the fucked up part. And then obviously,
Yeah.
like publicly basically disrespecting your man. I just hope it's a PR stunt, like I told you. I'm like, yo, maybe they got
Yeah.
together, like,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
talk
I
shit about me.
mean,
It's cool. It'll get views. I don't know,
yeah. Let's keep going through a couple things that she says. Let's keep going.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see what other things she's saying something here, right? What the heck is she saying here? Let me rewind it real quick.
Kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. You just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have two butthole stories. So one time I
Nine
met this guy
tenths.
on Tinder and I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. And I remember what kind of porn do you watch when you use a vibrator?
I just think my imagination is vibration enough. I just think of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I could never do that.
Yeah. And so I was using you and your husband.
Bro, wait. What? Okay, there was like 20 things she said. Like my mind, I don't even know where to go with this, right? But what was the first thing that she said? She said
So do you
something
know
like, "Who
what
is this
she's
Nab
talking
guy?
about?
Is
Like,
that
do you know who
her?
that
That's her
guy is?
husband? Who's Nab? I don't know." She's like, "This
So
guy's like,
that is the friend's husband. So that's her friend right there, the chick in black.
oh yeah, this
So
girl,
the
yeah."
her co-host, her podcast co-host,
So
her,
it's this
yeah,
girl's husband that
who they,
she's talking
like they
about.
do like podcasts and shit with, like
Yeah.
together. And so she's talking about, I believe her either boyfriend or husband or her partner. I believe. I could be wrong. And she's talking about doing an orgy and saying he's sexy, he's got a 10-inch dick, all
Wow,
this.
dude,
That's
that's
like
like
mad wild, bro. Like I don't get
that's
that.
like the most disrespectful thing you can ever do to your husband. Okay, listen, this guy here, this comedian dude, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, right? Like, dude, this guy just came out of nowhere, man, and I'm probably through hard work, through dedication to
Yeah.
mastering the skill set of what he's doing is being a comedian, and you know, he pops up in my feed all the time before you know, all this happened. And dude, he would be really funny. You know, he's one of those guys that I was like, dang, this
He is
dude's pretty
funny.
funny, you know? And like he would be really good at improvising like with the crowd. And like that's something I really like is like when you're doing stand-up comedy, you're improvising with the crowd. Like, what are you doing? He's just
That I
like,
think is real fucking skill because anyone can
yeah,
have
that,
like a
yeah.
canned routine. And I'm like, damn, I
Yeah.
wish I was that quick, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
these
he's super
fuckers are
quick.
so
He's
good,
super quick.
dude.
I love that. And he has a lot of success. But dude, it just clearly shows you that just because you have success in your field doesn't mean you're gonna have success in, you know, your love life, being able to choose the right woman. And it
Yeah.
seems like to me, based off of what she's saying, bro, just because he's successful there doesn't mean that, you know, I don't know this is success
Yeah.
to
I
in
mean,
love, you know, like especially with the way your woman is talking about other men like that, with, you know, the whole world to see, you
yeah,
know, supposedly
it's
this virgin woman,
100%
right?
like shout out to Akash like for being successful, putting honestly, you know, Indian brother on the map there. I'm like in full support. Honestly, like we haven't had
He's your
like
brother,
another.
dude.
He's a brother, bro. He's basically my
Yeah.
cousin if I take the ancestry, you know? But you know, outside of like Russell Peters and maybe fucking Aziz, we don't have that many guys that are up there, you know, in terms of comedy or like known. And so I was like, damn, I like this guy. I watched a bunch of his clips. I mean, back in the day, and then, you know, you lose interest, and then all of a sudden this happens, and I'm like, damn, like if only, you know, like he had someone like you or someone like um just a
I
good
think they
friend
warned
that
him.
could
I
show
think
him
they
the
warned
way.
him though. I think they warned him though. I think there's videos of like Andrew Schultz like warning this dude. That's how I know him is through the Andrew Schultz podcast. Like he's there and other guys have cool podcasts and say some funny stuff. But I think
Yeah.
that's how I think they warned him. I mean, right? I'm not quite sure, but yeah,
Yeah,
man.
well that
If
makes
he's your
sense.
brother,
Like
bro, if he's your brother, let's say he's like your little bro, like what would you say to him, dude? Like after seeing all this, like what would be your advice?
yeah, I
I think
mean, I almost feel
I'll
that
tell you what
way
I think, but you can
already.
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like it's just like all of that work that we do as men, we build ourselves up, you know, really work hard, which he has done. I'm sure also, by the way, coming from an Indian culture myself, doing something like comedy, probably getting little to no support, right? Like as you're
Yeah.
paving the
In the
way.
beginning, right? In the
It's not,
beginning.
yeah, like, you know,
Yeah.
I had my own story with engineering transitioning. You think my parents were okay with that? You think his
Yeah.
thing, his parents, his
Yeah.
culture was okay with him being a comedian, but then he makes it. And now this is happening because, you know, he like I hate to say this, but like I think he might have been conned traditionally as well because a lot of Indians believe in like it has to be like that marriage before maybe you even get intimate and shit like that. You know, and maybe he bought into that. I don't know. I'm actually a little surprised, but that's what happens to a lot of men who just like don't take the time to understand women. Um,
Yeah.
because you know, I and Pete, like you're a dating coach. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
seen guys who are like
Yeah.
you know, 10 out of 10 in their career, but they literally can't find a date, right? So
Yeah.
what happened to him, I think this is one of the things a lot of red pill guys, or not red pill guys, but like that whole, what is that? That looks, money, status thing. Like, you know,
Mhm.
like it's always
Yeah.
that is not only going to get you so far because you're going to get burned by the first woman that you think is like kind of
Yeah.
mildly attractive if you don't
Dude, and
take
he's like 10 years older than her, something like that too, you know. It's not like they're in the
he
same age or like she's a little older or something like that,
which
or
makes it
like,
worse. Like you should have the
you
fucking
know.
frame if
So
you're 8 to 9.
dude, it's really
It,
bad, man. It's really bad. So let's just keep going. But man, I agree with
yeah,
what you're saying, dude. Like this is insane,
yeah,
bro. It's
yeah,
insane. Let's keep going.
yeah. Let's keep going.
Then split finances. And I'm gonna be really fucking honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First of all, that's a fucking red flag. Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. My money. I never.
How do you feel about that,
You
Marco?
can tell you can know like I hear what she's saying, but like the way that she's coming off like she's bragging about it is just another way of disrespecting him. That's the difference there, right? Because,
Yeah.
and you want to be like a protector, provider, for your woman, but when, your woman should appreciate that, right? Should be thankful. But when she's like, what is that word that they use with like, younger generation, like self-entitled, right? Like
Uh-huh.
she's ungrateful. She's talking shit. She's like, fuck, like her frame, like you can
Yeah, I
tell her
think
frame is way stronger than the guy, right? And she's just disrespecting him. And he's never probably done anything to actually like, hold his frame. And look at that. She's running wild, dude. You know, like
100%,
running wild, bro.
100%. It's like I
Yeah.
think someone had commented, and I think that sums it up perfectly, like that whole thing, death by a thousand cuts, where you let like something small slip, but then you continue to letting it slip, and then it turns into your chick literally talking about having an orgy on a podcast. And like it slowly gets to this point, is what I'm saying, leaving it unchecked. And unfortunately, I
Yeah.
think that's what happened to Akash. As far as this thing, I agree with you because it's like the delivery. A lot of women, honestly, like even I'm okay with mostly, let's say, I'm protecting and providing for my woman and she has a side hustle. She wants to keep that money. Like, okay, that's cool. But like the fact that you say it the way that she said it is the disrespectful thing, you know?
I
Um,
would never marry that type of woman. Let me just tell you. As soon as, here's the thing, right? Most guys, like, I don't know how they dated, but like, usually it starts in the beginning when a woman, like, kind of sees where you're at as far as like
yeah.
her disrespecting or her giving you kind of like a shit test, right? And then from there, she's going to see how you react. And most guys don't know what the heck to do there, right? And they're just like kind of let the woman like, disrespect them or just, her have her frame on the dude, and then slowly but surely, if he never, stands up for himself, sets healthy boundaries, this is where they just run all over, right? And I see this happen not just to him, but so many dudes. And big part of it is just not screening out, the wrong women to get to the right woman, man. A lot of guys choose the wrong woman, and like a lot of people are always like, oh, divorce. But it's like, dude, you're choosing the wrong woman, dude. So it's no matter
Yeah.
how good you are in a relationship or, your career, if you choose the wrong woman, bro, you're no matter what you
Yeah.
do, bro, it's
Actually,
it
what
kind of
is
stumbles
your
out. What do you think for you? Like, do you think like, be honest, do you think that this is actually gonna last? Or do you or like
it's
what do you
funny. I was
think?
just gonna ask you that,
Bro,
the
I
prognosis.
think I think from I don't know, man. That's a hard one.
Yeah, honestly, so here's the thing. I think
Yeah.
this one's tough, but I genuinely believe that this is his test right now. This shit is out on the internet. Akash, I'm sure you're never going to come across this video, but if you do, this is the fork in the road, and you have to decide, okay, not 95% of people saying, the same thing, which is my woman is being disrespectful. Do you actually step up now? Right? Like, do you have the courage to be like, hey, I thought about it. It seems like you're running your mouth, you're being disrespectful. And maybe if he makes some changes and stops trying to fight back with everyone that's basically telling him, that your woman is disrespecting you, that's
Yeah.
the only way it can last, in my
But
personal
here's
opinion.
the thing. Here's the thing there, though, dude. I don't think she actually has genuine burning desire for this guy because you've showed me. I think like you showed me like one like little clip or something like about like her like him like engage like giving her a ring or whatever, and him going for the kiss, and she's just
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
rejected him, right? What the fuck is that, bro? Let's try to find that part, because it's not even the disrespect. It's also
Oh
the
yeah,
love,
that
you
should.
know.
I think that's in
You,
that video. I think you
let's
might be
see
right. I think you got me
where
because
where's she at?
Oh
dude is so disrespectful.
So he gets her a ring, right?
my god!
And by the way, Pete, this is another renewal of
Oh
vows.
my god!
Okay, renewal. So renewal vows. Okay, so he's like giving her like, hey, I want
And on
to
the first one, it
continue,
happened too. I've seen it.
continue to marry you, right? Like I want to continue to be
Yeah,
married to you. I love
like
you. Da da da.
because he's
Yeah.
guys,
And
like
what should a woman do? What should a nice feminine woman that loves her men should do? What's the reaction? I'm not a woman, right? But what do you think she should do?
right.
Right,
Yeah.
let's just see her reaction, right?
Big enough for you to shut up every time I go you.
Ooh,
What
no.
do you say?
No,
He's like
no,
waiting, right there, too. Like, oh, maybe she'll. Oh, so
bro. She
bad.
doesn't even want to be with him, dude. She wants to be with the frat
I
boys.
think I think
That's what
you're
she
right
wants, man.
because
You know.
even if, let's say, Akash sees all this shit, he's like, fuck, like, I think maybe they're on to something.
Damn, damn. One
Dude,
more time.
I think you're right, bro,
Oh
because
my God, dude. Like he's going in for it and she's like turning away, dude.
I like how you put the arrow
This
there.
is
Guys,
not, dude. This right here would like literally like break my heart, man. You know what I mean? Like that's what would happen to me,
but
bro. Like
like,
after that. Bro,
yeah, and
honestly,
I
man.
think like,
Right there, I'm telling you right now, really quick. Just that fact right here, plus the other thing, done. In my book, done. There's no going back anymore. You know, he's a high value. Like he's like a cool dude to where he could still date and still find the right woman that actually supports him and
and that's
not
the
like this,
sad part,
bro.
isn't
You
it?
know,
Isn't it? Because, bro, status, money,
yeah.
and I'm sure like gift of the gap, like mouthpiece, bro, game, kind of. He just doesn't.
Uh,
He's not really
he's
game, but you know what I mean. Like he's got the
yeah.
mouthpiece, and it's like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Like if you just took the time to actually have dated women, how to actually attract them, how to like seduce
Yeah.
them, like anyway. Um,
I would say he has a good sense of humor and he has a good personality, right? But the game is more like the understanding of like how women are, like the female psychology, right? The
yeah,
intersexual dynamics. That's like
yeah.
where he doesn't have that. So he has like a good sense of humor. Like he's funny, he's quick-witted, he improvises really well. You can
Yeah.
see
So
like
gift
having
of the
that.
gab, but if you had
Yeah,
just learned real game or just, gotten
yeah.
experience, like
Or just like had
traveling,
someone
like
that can help him out. He doesn't need to have like that's the thing. It's like he doesn't need to have so much experience. He can just have someone that can kind of, help him out a little bit, guide him a little bit, right? Rather than him just going in there blind and just, hoping for a Hail Mary and, usually
yeah.
that's not gonna really work out in my opinion, especially nowadays with the modern world. I'm not saying every woman's like that, but and because, how it is now, you gotta make sure you screen out properly, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
man. And this is like a
Uh,
P PSA to all the Indian homies, honestly, because here's the thing, right?
I feel like Indian women, here's the thing though, Indian women are not like this though. I feel like they're more nice and like, they're
Yeah,
like,
but
you know,
I think the ones that, are modernized that are in America, a lot of those
sure,
similar
sure.
traits
Yeah,
are coming back into them, especially if that Indian woman is attractive. Like you wouldn't
yeah,
believe some of the entitlement that, some of the more attractive Indian women have. I've been on a couple of dates with them and like, I don't know, it's just like if you're an attractive Indian woman, like a lot of times I feel like they just think like they're the best thing since like, I don't know, like cream of the crop. And it's like, dude, like you're all right, but like you got to bring like more than just your looks. Like if you're trying to be on a date with also another high value guy, you know?
dude, I think here's another one too. I think here's another clip of this. Let's see.
It's her just giving him the cheek.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. There's
Why don't
so
you
many of the
kiss his
just
wife?
this.
And it's her just giving him the cheek.
Look good, Mr.
Holy shit.
Armstrong.
Like he's on like
Um,
all these nice ass places,
um,
bruv.
you tell me what, so it's out.
Yeah, and by the way, this is what I meant, guys. Like this is at his
Oh, dude,
proposal.
that makes me
That
so angry, bro. That
this
makes
is
me
at
super,
his
super mad.
proposal, guys. Like this is insane. Like and like that's why, like honestly, like I feel
Damn,
for this
dude.
guy because especially in Indian culture, like we're just told to put our head down and become successful. Guys, in today's world, that's not going to work because most all attractive women are on social media. They have a lot of different psychology than they used to. They're not the same.
Damn, bro.
You
That's
can't just,
insane.
you just can't.
Wait. This was when he actually
Yeah,
like
this is, I believe,
asked her to marry him.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure,
And
but I think this is when he actually, the first time that he proposed.
yeah, man. This is
It's like,
this is insane,
uh,
bro. You know.
it's just,
Damn.
you know, and I
Wow.
think
It makes
that's
me sad, bro. It makes me speechless, man. I
yeah,
didn't
like
see all
honestly,
these clips like this. I'm just like, we're looking at this like kind of like first time where we're actually looking, like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
didn't
we're
even see
diving
this
deep.
part. Bro,
Yeah.
she's checked out, man. If in my opinion, bro, if you were to open up her phone, right, which she probably doesn't even have that type of privilege, or not even privilege, fucking the frame, you know what I mean? Like for me, not that I need to, but if I want to, I can look at my wife's phone and I can look what's going on, right?
Yeah,
It's not gonna be like, well, I'm hiding. I guarantee you, if he was to do that to her, she would make a huge deal about it, right? Oh no, no, you can't. Oh da da da, you're weird, da da da. I bet you anything just from all of this, she's talking to multiple dudes, man.
it's
I bet
sad, bro.
you. I bet
Like
you. And I bet you it's
imagine
gonna get
this.
worse, bro.
Her,
Unless this is
him,
a fake thing. Yeah.
yeah, no, honestly, like to your point, I hope they like spoke and be like, hey, I'm gonna do all this shit. Like, you get some clout, like this is how you do it, public stunts, make some money or whatever. But after seeing this at the proposal itself, like this is at his proposal, I
Yeah.
don't think so, right? Like, it doesn't seem like they just like one night were like, hey, let me get my viewership up. Okay, like, hey, I'm gonna talk some shit about you. Is that cool? You know, this is at the time that he married her. I don't
Yeah.
think they already had that deal together, right, guys? So I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. But
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say something. So look, man, if you're in a relationship, marriage, there's gonna be challenges. There's gonna be things that you disagree with your woman, and there's gonna be, it's inevitable that you guys don't fight, right? Like for me, I've been with my wife for 8 years. Dude, we've had challenges along the way. We've had our fights, we've had our disagreements, but never to the point where when we get angry at each other or something like that, we're gonna go out and like say it in social media or like
yeah,
the woman is like, like going a lot of women that they get angry at like their boyfriend, they'll like go out and try to like, get like male attention or even sleep with dudes or message other guys and things like that. Or
actually, and
or even
Pete,
her like freaking, destroying this dude, like, oh, I want this dude and this, like, dude,
that's
the difference. There's like, you're
levels.
sitting at home, right? And then you guys making up, and then there's like the public thing where it's like, she's like, I hate like this guy. The reason why it works because he's never home. I think she said that one time. It's like the
Yeah,
reason why it works because he's never home. I want this dude. I mean, I miss the times in college, like. Bro, like there's levels to it, and she's literally, if there was like 1 through 10 on like the levels of like disrespect, she's at like a 20, bro. If it's one, if
yeah,
10 is the
no,
worst,
it's
she's at a 20, bro.
he's
I'm not
off
gonna
the
lie.
scale for sure. I think maybe one good thing, like maybe you can share,
One
Pete,
good
is
thing. There is no good thing. Go
well,
ahead,
no,
bro.
no,
I
no.
don't know.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
for maybe like some of the guys that are watching, what,
yeah.
has there ever been a time, I'm sure there has, like, how do you like actually set a boundary is what I was gonna say. Like for yourself and maybe other guys that are watching, like I don't know, like, yeah, like maybe she doesn't do this where she's like talking shit at that level, but like, what do you think is the best way? Like, let's say like your girl even had, a moment where she was disrespecting you out in public. Has that happened to you? And if it has, like, how did you diffuse it, for example?
Not like never like that, bro.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
sure
yeah,
not.
maybe like throwing tantrums and stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of like a baby throwing a tantrum. Like that's like an emotional thing that women do, right? I noticed that women are a lot like babies. They just throw tantrums, right? My wife is like my little girl. They're the same,
100%.
but not in
100%.
a way where she's like, talking like that, bro. You know what I mean? So that's a different level. But the boundaries with this dude, I mean, like. Shoot, man, didn't you tell him that she was like a virgin? And then she's talking on her audience that she's like been like all over these frat houses and sleeping with all those dudes and this guy she wants to have this thing here like
Yeah, and
you
I
know what I
think,
mean? Like I don't know, man. I think that's like I don't know what the truth is, but it seems like she basically lied to him,
yeah,
right?
I think the unfortunate thing is, I would
And
honestly
you
still
you
like
can
to believe.
probably tell, bro, right? Like imagine if she said to you that she's never, had a relationship, never done anything. And then you maybe like, you guys finally get married and you guys get intimate and she's like fucking like a freak, you know? You know,
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't.
you
You
can
were kind
tell
of
when
being
you.
like, whoa, like you know, I think like your
Well,
woman
that's
should not
you.
really
You
know
hit the
what to
nail on
do,
the head,
man.
right? Because he's a virgin,
Yeah,
bro. So he's not going to be able to tell. Like he doesn't know how a
yeah,
woman moves or the way that she interacts when she's had experience.
yeah.
And so that's just the deeper point here, where we're like, in today's world, you can't just, even with this guy, as successful as he is, as much clout as he has, money as he has, you would like back in the day, you could just kind of be that guy that's got his career made. And especially in Indian culture, at least what they do back in India, once you're successful, there's other, you got suitors. And all the women there are, they're good women, they're traditional, but you can't just do that in today's world, especially in the US. Like you got to know how women operate. And I think the worst thing is if she actually leaves him and maybe they have a marriage thing and then she's, taken some of the assets, not, and just used him for his wallet, basically. He's taken her to all this stuff, he's bought her all this shit, and then she goes find someone else, right? Like, I actually hope that I'm wrong. I hope somehow maybe she is a virgin, that she sticks
He's
with
gonna
him,
go
but
back
I
to the
don't,
frat
I don't
houses,
know.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dang, man, I feel bad. Let's maybe do one more little clip and then end it, man. Because
Yeah,
like
that
I'm
sounds
I'm
good.
gonna I'm gonna get sad, man. I'm gonna get more sad just looking at this because this really does it just makes me a little sad. Let's see what she says on this last one here. I don't know what she does here. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one.
Playing with fire. What's up, dude?
Brought up by either women or men. Really,
Let's take a look at what Akash's wife said in response to all the criticism.
guys, I want to talk to you really quick because obviously my name keeps getting brought up by either women or men. Lately, it's
Oh,
these red pill guys because I said my money, or what did I say? His money is our money, and my money is my money, which is a common saying. Whatever. I'm not even gonna elaborate because I don't fucking care.
So this is a straw man. She's making
Okay, yeah, I agree with what he just said, but also it's not even about what, it's not just that. That's
yeah.
not the main thing, bro. It's like everything else that she said. That was like the tiniest thing of them all, right? Wouldn't you
Yeah, it
agree?
was it was like the the little a little extra thing that you said. And most people care about the fact that you're talking about sexual stuff, about your co-host's friend that he has like a 10-inch penis and you want to have an orgy. I mean, this is another side point, which is more,
Yeah,
I think, about delivery, the way that you say things,
yeah,
right? Like we all
yeah,
want a feminine woman
sure.
that respects us. Like it's not
Yeah,
about like I actually would want my woman to feel so secure that, yeah, like I know he's going to provide. And if I make extra money, okay, I can keep that. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Everyone's different. Some people do like, hey, we're going to pay this together.
or some
Maybe your
people
girls.
can't,
Yeah,
the
some
reality
people
is a
can't
lot
and
of
they
people,
have,
the economy is crazy and it's like a man and
yeah,
woman, they're both
100%. And so
working
I
and
don't
that's
mean
totally okay
to,
too, like if they can make that work, they can make that work,
yeah, and I don't
I
mean to
agree
put
with what you're
anyone
saying,
down
bro. Be
50-50 or
100%,
whatever it is,
be
but
100%.
the
Yeah,
respect's got to be there. Like, it's like, bro,
yeah,
like if you're gonna say that shit, that, his money is our money and my money is my money, why can't you say it with like gratitude that I get to do that because this man is
yeah.
providing? Like,
I'm
like,
thankful that, I have a man that, helps me, provides for me, helps me out, that, gives me this. I'm really grateful that, he gives me, I'm blessed that he does that. Like, I feel great. Like,
yeah,
gotta
like, and
come from that place, but she's just like, fuck this dude. Like, this is what he does to me. And she's bragging and what you said, the delivery, super disrespectful, man. Super disrespectful, right?
yeah,
I'll just
dude,
keep going really what she says.
okay.
Let's keep going. What does the rest of she say? Fucking red pill, let's see.
Red pill podcast guys, like when they
Talking about
tell
us.
you something, when they ask you to jump, you say how high. You're still not a man either way. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're still a little bitch.
So her argument here is relatively valid. She's saying, man, look, a lot of these red pill content creators have a very like cult-like following, where basically the people who listen to
Both make jokes.
no one is really mad at you, little Akash's stand-up.
Like, make it make sense. I'm not here for the fucking misogyny. One thing that I will say, being canceled by this, like, people doesn't affect me.
Bitch, you haven't been canceled. Getting criticized doesn't mean
Dude, hold on.
Yeah, like it's funny. Like there were some comments, bro, that were like she literally sold her soul for like 10,000 TikTok followers or some shit like that. You know, like made $500 off of her clout, like, and then you literally publicly humiliated your husband. Like, congratulations, right?
You
I mean,
know,
it's
I
funny,
want
right?
to I want to talk about a bigger thing too, in my opinion, right? Not everybody might agree. This might be controversial, but in my opinion, dude, the way she's coming at, Kosh, her husband, the core fundamental thing that I see is she is a woman that is godless, doesn't have a god,
Good
bro.
way to put it.
You
Yeah.
know, her god is the world's views, the fame, the what other people think, right? And this is it's very simple. You can see it, you can see the tree. What are her fruit? What she produces is like her fruit. It's not good fruit, man. It's very,
Yeah,
poisonous,
that's it.
right?
Good way to say it. And I think I was gonna say something similar. Like that was
Yeah.
the one thing in my mind. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, like she hasn't evolved as a human being enough to like be like, oh, the way that I'm conducting myself, like, would God, if he was watching me, want me to do something like that? And you only get to that point, you know, once you kind of like reflect, when you meditate, like how to carry myself and stuff like that. Like it takes like work on yourself. And she's at like, bro, like she's still in college. Like the way that she's conducting herself. Like I don't know how
Yeah.
old she is. Maybe it is because she's way younger, right? Like she's like 20 something, right?
She's like
So
22, I think, 23 or
no, no,
something.
no.
I think
She's
that's
got to
what I
be,
know.
I think now at least 25, 26. So maybe
Oh,
that's
okay.
it right
Maybe,
there.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, maybe that's
How long
it.
have
You
they
know,
been how
like
long have they been married? I don't even know.
I don't, I think I know I saw a clip where they said she was 22 and he was 31, but
Yeah, I saw
Akash
something
is
like
now
that.
like 36, so she's got to be like 26 or
Oh, I
27.
see, I see. Okay. Got it.
So I
Yeah.
just feel like she,
I know
yeah,
that he's fighting. I know that he's also fighting with God too, because a lot of people in the podcast, the Andrew Schultz podcast, they invited a lot of people that are like Christian, and he's like, I don't know about this Jesus guy or whatever, but dude, it just shows to me that the woman that he chose is just someone that is just for the secular world, man, out there who's just doing whatever she wants to do and her own selfish desires, and in reality, it's in my opinion, the marriage is destroyed, bro. It's done.
yeah.
In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I think you're
you
right.
never know, right?
I'm always an optimist, bro. So I'm always
I don't
like,
know.
yeah, if he turns a fork. But after seeing what you spoke about with the burning desire, I think you're right. That there's
That
no
too,
way.
right? Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. So
Because
I don't
I'm
know,
like, yo,
man.
like set boundaries, like
He let
next.
it too far. He let it go too far, and now like that's the problem. Is like a lot of guys
I
come to me and they're
guess,
like, hey, my woman has disrespected me. What should I do? It's like you shouldn't have let
yeah.
her get there in the first place.
And I don't
Like
think he
that.
has the balls to be like, okay, I'm in this situation. Let me take ownership. I shouldn't have let it get to this point. Not
Yeah.
every single person can be wrong. You know, I'm gonna have to divorce her because my respect is on the line. You know, my
Yeah.
reputation, and I'm just gonna go because especially when you've had little to no experience, maybe you think that's like the most attractive woman you can be with. I don't think he has the self-confidence, bro. He needs you. Hit him up. Hit him up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, maybe he can have a conversation with her first, and come from that place. Like either we do it like this, and you stop doing that, and I'll forgive you, and we keep moving forward. And you never do this again. Or if you want to continue to do what you're doing, then I'm out.
yeah.
And best wishes, and that's it. I'll find someone else. And then for coming from that frame, but who knows what's gonna happen, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a great
but
way to end
yeah,
it, man.
man. So just end it really quick. You want to say any final words to him?
Uh, is it
Who's
to
listening?
is it to
Who's
him or
listening?
just yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah, to him and to maybe people who are
Yeah, I
watching this
mean,
video.
I honestly just want to say that this thing is not just Akash. I think there's unfortunately a little bit of a trend where a lot of actually, from what I hear, a lot of women love that they have their man on a leash or whatever, and they like to parade that around. And Akash is probably not the only one dealing with this kind of stuff, but this is where, we as men have to be better leaders and have more self-respect for ourselves to choose the right partner and to lead and have our women be the ones that we've always wanted. Because one quote that hit me hard was like, you don't find a good woman, you make one, right? It's both. So you have to choose the right person, but the way that you carry yourself, the way that you behave, you create a good woman, right? So it's just, shout out to obviously Akash, like I wish you the best, but for everyone else watching, like don't let this happen to you. I mean, I myself am actually going to think about where in my relationship, like I could potentially be better, right? After watching all of this. So that's really the message that I have. Like, this is not just a singular thing. I think, especially in the Western world, stuff like this happens all the time, and let's be better and be strong and put our self-respect before, the first attractive woman that wants to like put you on a leash. So that's all I'd say.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's great. I love what you said, man. I love what you said, and to end it just really quick for me, just want to say, a lot of guys probably after watching this video or watching other videos like this, they probably think that U.S. women are just like doomed. There's no hope, right? It's like all women are like this, and why try? Now, I want to say like, yeah, is it corrupted now? And like, is there probably not as many good women as there used to be back in the day? Sure, 100%. But is there still good women out there still in the world? The answer is absolutely, man. You can't give up, but being able to choose your wife is going to be the most important decision, like your top two most important decisions of your life. So before you make that decision, you gotta make sure you're vetting in the right way. So that way that that when you do get married, if you want to get married, settle down, have a family, making sure that that decision is based off of being rational than just impulsive or just like not even kind of like him. He has no knowledge of what the heck was going on with her, and look what that's leading to. Just like you said, there's a lot of women that are putting their men on the leash. You gotta know what type of woman you're dealing with in order to find the right woman. You can find her, but you have to be knowledgeable. You have to make sure you understand her more than just her words, her actions. What is everything that she's saying? With her, it's both. You know what I'm saying? But
Guys, the litmus test, if on your
yeah.
proposal she doesn't kiss you, she's probably not the one. Like,
Dude,
just want to say that.
oh my God, man. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting more reaction videos like this. And if you guys want to share this with a friend, share it with a friend. And if you guys want to get coaching, the links are down below. Other than that, see you guys later. Make sure that you choose wisely.